The phone rings. It's the bad guys. They kidnapped Claire's sister. They call themselves the Syndicate. What are we gonna do about this now? We are going to punch through the city until we save the girl. 90s style. Hell yeah. Final Vendetta is a side-scrolling beat-em-up released in 2022, made by Bitmap Bureau. We have 3 playable characters to choose from: Miller, Claire and Duke. The game is reminiscent of many of those 90s beat-em-up games. It definitely feels like a love letter to them. The bad guys are called the Syndicate, just like in Streets of Rage. Our first stage is the streets, and we are playing with Miller, a huge pro wrestler. He's the slowest, but the strongest. First level boss, we have Big Frank. He has a charged punch, but overall, he's pretty easy. Stage 2, we go in the underground. What does that remind you of? Yeah. Final fight. As for the controls, we have the D-pad to move around. Then we have 3 buttons: attack, jump and block. Attack and jump at the same time will trigger the special attack. It clears the enemies around you. If you have the supercharge, it's okay, but if you don't, it will take some of your life. You have 2 trigger buttons. One with a special attack with the hands, another with a kick. We also have another button that will make you stomp on enemies while they are on the ground. Second stage boss is Diesel. This guy is way stronger. He disappears in the dark and he throws bombs. He has an attack that he grabs you, sometimes when the lights are off. Now we're playing with Duke. Duke is the most balanced character all around. On one of the triggers he has a special fire punch attack. That reminds me of Axel. On this third level we go down on an elevator while fighting waves of enemies. That's also a classic. Now, third level boss is the Scientist, and this guy keeps appearing and disappearing. If you try to follow him, you will get kicked like there's no tomorrow. Best thing to do is just to stand still and punch the air. Eventually, you will get him. Level 4, we are at the docks. The enemies keep getting stronger. Now we have a lot of boxing ladies and guys with knives. Level 4 boss is the Gentleman, and this guy keeps reminding me of Macho Man. If you get too close, he will jump kick you, and he also runs into you. You gotta manage your distance. Now we have a bonus stage. We have to punch and kick a car into oblivion. It's a shame, it was a nice car. Now we will play with Claire. We need to get her sister back. As we play through level 5, the club. Now the enemies keep coming in from elevators, from the kitchen. They all want a piece of you. While we are passing through the kitchen, we get a mid-boss. It's Big Frank all over again. This time he's just called the chef. But he plays exactly the same. The final boss of stage 5 is 2 Brazilian sisters that fight in capoeira style, Luisa and Luana. They are way harder than the bosses before. You just can't get too close. And I guess you're gonna need a special attack a lot on this one. Just get close enough to punch them, not too much though. Now we go to the final stage, the mansion. This game also has two other different modes. A survival mode, where you just keep fighting waves of enemies without end and without the screen moving. They just keep coming. And also a boss rush mode, where you keep fighting all the bosses in a sequence. And now we go inside the mansion. The enemies keep getting stronger. It's the final level. Lots of guys with knives, there's guys that shoot guns at you, chandeliers that fall. We can also pick up weapons. We can pick up knives, swords, pipes and cricket bats. Now we got to fight Diesel again. This time he's called Van. But just like Big Frank, he's just the same. Now we just need to punch a little bit more. One last wave of enemies. Until we get to the final boss, Osric, the syndicate leader. He just has an helicopter standing by. He just uses one hand to fight. He defends himself with backflips and he throws some kind of sonic wave at you. It's pretty hard to beat. You just need to find a way to avoid these sonic waves and get close enough just to punch him a little bit each time. You defeat him the first time and he turns into a monster. Even stronger, now he uses both hands. But he keeps his style of fighting. But he also runs into you now. You gotta hit and run. It's not easy to avoid these attacks. And I'm in my last life now. But it just needs one more kick. Yeah. He's dead. He breaks apart in different pieces. I guess he was not just a monster, he was a monster robot. Nobody expected Osric to explode. That's kinda cool. After all this battling, our heroes are hungry. Claire's sister is rescued, and our heroes go out for hamburgers. That's the American way. Final Vendetta is a pretty good love letter to the 90s beat-em-up games. And a pretty decent brawler to play today.